Is a $3 car wash good enough? I'll leave it up to you, but here's how I get my car well within the range of clean with only $3. Before you even put in your first token, make sure the nozzle is set to soap. You want to make sure that every second you pay for gets put to good use. Now, there's a slight delay between when I tap and when it starts, but if yours isn't like that, make sure you're holding the sprayer at the car so you're washing the moment it starts. Immediately start washing the car with wide sweeping motions. The idea here is to make sure that nearly all the sand and particles are washed away. You don't want these on your vehicle when you get to the next step. If you like, give your undercarriage a quick spray here too. As you work your way around every quadrant of your car, spray from the top down, letting the soap and water help work on the dirt below in advance of you getting there. After each quadrant gets its share, spend any excess time walking around the car quickly to make sure every inch of the vehicle gets as much wash as possible. Next, we're going to use the foaming brush. Now, the one in my bay was way more liquid than foam, which was frustrating, but the same principle applies. Again, make sure you're armed and ready for when your next dollar or token is inputted. When the hopefully foam and not liquid starts oozing from the brush, resist the temptation to start scrubbing. You have a different goal at this point. Rather than scrubbing your car, walk around it, ensuring the soap gets evenly distributed all over your vehicle. If your brush is runny like mine, you can put it near the top and let it run down. If not, simply move the brush around and cover your car with the foamy soap. Only after the brush stops foaming do you now take the time to scrub your car. You're free to take your time and wash everything. You're not paying for this time anymore. If you're picky, you can start with Windows only and then Chrome before moving on to the rest of the body. If you're going to do your wheels or any part that might have a little more gunk, make sure you do that part last. Or if you're like me and you don't care that much, don't worry about the order. But I still try to do the wheels and tires at the end when I remember to. When you're all done with the scrub, start the last rinse using the same method as before. Be ready for when that water starts. For the last dollar, I simply use the wax spray option, because why not? You can just use rinse if you like though. Now, this part can be a challenge. I sometimes end up spending $4 instead of $3 because I can't get it rinsed off enough. But it can be done. The key here is to start at the top and let the dripping do a lot of the work. Move quickly. Don't stop walking around the car. Let every part of your car get wet as briefly and early as possible. This encourages the soap to start rinsing away. And here I made a fatal error. I went against my own rule for the rinse, which is this: never stand still. I stopped along one side of the car instead of continuing my circling. I know how to make this work, and I fell into the easy trap of not moving. You'll see soap and want to get it, but get it on your next time around the car. At the end of the cycle, it's mostly rinsed, but I could have done a better job if I hadn't stopped walking. But when you look at the results, it's hard to argue with what you can do for $3. Will this work for really dirty cars? No. Is this how you should wash your car every time you do it? No, you need to make sure you're getting the undercarriage every so often, especially in winter. Would I do this wash if I drove an Audi R8? No, I would care a lot more about it. But this video is a really great example of why you don't need to spend $15 or $20 on those touchless gas station washes every single time. They're good for a deep clean every so often, but if you're looking to keep your car looking clean and shiny between those expensive deep cleans that you absolutely should do, this is a great way to do just that. Now you can tell me everything I did wrong in the comments below. I'm sure there are experts out there, so let's hear it. And thanks for watching.